I had a comment on one of my videos about PSA veneer. They had a problem with the lamination, specifically bubbles forming. And I mentioned that I never have had a problem and that I always seal the plywood. PSA veneer, pressure sensitive adhesive, is basically a sticker. So you can imagine this is like a big walnut sticker. You can see the 3M backing here. You peel the sticker off and you apply it to your surface. Just like any sticker, you want a very smooth surface. Now, if you think of a sticker going on the back of a car window, it's going to stick really good. If I tried to put a sticker on a piece of raw plywood, just the dust, the grain, all of that would prevent good adhesion. So what I like to do is apply one coat of water-based polyurethane. I'll let that dry. I'll sand that with 150, 120, apply another coat, and then I use a sanding block. I use a sanding block with 320 sandpaper just to go over it, and then I vacuum up the dust, and now I have a very smooth surface, and that's going to work great for applying a sticker. So we'll go ahead and apply this walnut veneer to this piece here. One thing that I have found is applying pressure sensitive veneer is a little trickier than applying veneer when you're using contact cement, or even like in my last video where I used PVA wood glue. I am going to use dowels. Generally, if you watch the channel, you know that I use sticks. But a stick has 4 sides. It's a lot more surface area, and it's more likely that the sticker is going to stick to the sticks. So with a dowel, you have very little surface area, and that should help me to apply the veneer and not have any problems. Another way to do it is with maybe like a 4mm plastic drop cloth. I've done that before on projects and haven't had any problems, but I'm thinking that this might be easier. So you're seeing it here for the first time. Hopefully this goes well. You can see I have a nice smooth surface, and I always make sure to vacuum. I don't want any dust or chips between the veneer and the substrate. And here is the veneer. I'll just go ahead and start at a corner and peel this off just like you would a sticker. I'm trying not to handle this too much, just keeping my fingers on the edges. And I'll move this over and put the dowels in place. That looks pretty good. Now I'll put the veneer on top of the dowels and align it so I have an even reveal on all 4 sides. The reveal looks good, so I'll apply pressure on this one edge here. And then pull the veneer up. And you can see the dowels have stuck to the back of the veneer, so now I want to carefully remove these. And this is working pretty good. And then applying a little pressure from where I started and just moving along. Kind of using my fingernails on the back of the veneer. And that's good. I can feel there's nothing between the veneer and the substrate. At this point, you want to apply pressure to the veneer to get a good bond, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of people use a J-roller. Don't use a J-roller. You're not going to get as much pressure with a J-roller. You can simply make a tool like I have here. It's a piece of plywood with a slight round over so I don't scratch the wood grain. And I'm starting at the center, being careful around the edges because you don't want to break the veneer. That break could go inside your project piece. So what I do is I kind of get close to the edge and I kind of turn the, I don't even know what you'd call this, whatever this is. Just kind of turn it a little bit, and then when I finish one side, I kind of do one of these deals. just making sure that I have a good bond between the veneer and the substrate. Here's the piece of plywood that I just attached the walnut PSA veneer to, and that brings me to a second question that I often get, and that is, why not just build the cabinet out of walnut plywood? And that's a good question, but I've got a good answer, and the main reason is I want the waterfall effect. I want the grain to flow around the cabinet like I have over here. This is the matching cabinet. I applied this veneer with contact cement. I've partnered with GL Veneer to kind of explain a lot of things about veneer. And so this cabinet is going to be the same cabinet, but I'm applying the veneer with the PSA backed veneer. But another big reason is I don't want a seam, right? So if you're veneering or if you're using plywood, you're still going to have the edge of the plywood and you're going to have to hide that. In this case, I've made a piece of decorative molding, so that'll go on next. And what I want to do is I want to have the veneer then go over that molding, so now I don't have a seam. If I had built this with walnut plywood, again, I'd have to really get that perfect miter. There's really no room for error when you're building the cabinet that way. So I can't use simple butt joints. It makes the cabinet much more difficult to build. And even after I do that, if everything's perfect, I'm still going to have a seam where this molding meets the plywood. So by applying the molding first and then applying the veneer, I will not have that seam. There'll be virtually no seam at all. We can take a close look at this one so you can get an idea how that looks. But I mean, there are no dumb questions when it comes to woodworking, and there's a million ways to do often the same thing. But as you know, usually there's some logical reason for why somebody does something that way. So I hope this video helped you out. If you want to know more about veneer and see other veneers that are available, I hope that you'll check out glveneer.com. I'll have a link in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. If you're looking for a project that might inspire you to work with wood veneer, here's a bunch of projects that I've made over the years. They all have project videos here on my channel and plans on my website. I'll put all the links down in the description below. Some of them are really simple and geared towards the beginner, and some of them are more complex. But once you get the basics, you'll really have no problem incorporating veneer into your woodworking. And I really believe that working with veneer opens up a tremendous amount of design possibilities.